The best thing about creating the John Ritter Foundation for me has been being able to meet so many people who, some were able to advocate for themselves in the moment, or by a stroke of luck or a well-informed doctor, nurse, or first responder had their aortic dissections recognized and treated, and now they're on that end of it, learning about how to care for themselves and protect their families. But also I've met and had many talks with face-to-face and other ways, people who lost loved ones like I lost John. Together, this community, empowering each other, and in a lot of cases, the medical community, giving them the tools to understand how we understand it and not have a disconnect of how they're thinking, why they're thinking it, how we speak about aortic dissections, how they may speak, because sometimes it misses, especially when you're taking a family history and you're talking about, did anybody in your family die of an aortic dissection? Well, sometimes you don't know because that person wasn't autopsied or in a doctor's care. And so it goes into the cardiac category, which is probably what happened with John's dad, Tex Ritter, because as it turns out, John's brother, Tom Ritter, had an aneurysm in the same place that John's was. And we caught it because we knew better, so we did better. And so did the doctors. I also want you to spit for the DNA. Get your DNA tested. See you in the workshops.
My name is Lindsay Roosh, a survivor with a genetic aortic disorder and a volunteer and board member with GADA Canada. GADA Canada is the Genetic Aortic Disorders Association Canada, and I've volunteered with them for many years. GADA is an organization focused on aortic research and improving the long-term lives of those with aortic disease. I've also advocated strongly for my own healthcare all my life, especially having multiple aortic surgeries and experiencing a stroke. There are multiple patient advocacy roles and opportunities available to survivors and family members. We start with personal advocacy for yourself or for a loved one. Educate yourself about your disease. Suggested is prepare a medical history document or quick reference sheet and build your team of doctors and specialists and providers. And reach out to organizations who provide and support an education. GADA responds to patients and family concerns daily about aortic disorders and runs at least one conference a year, as well as offering virtual support groups and webinars. Participate in research programs. GADA's priority is to drive international research via more than 2 decades with the Temerty Foundation Research Grant Program. GADA also funds overseas and is a co-founder of MAC, the Montalcino Aortic Consortium, an international registry and research program aimed at identifying the best treatment protocols for all genetic mutations causing aortic aneurysm and dissection. Then we have peer advocacy. Supporting others virtually or in person or in groups and conferences can go a long way to participate in a community of others with aortic disease. And then regional or global advocacy. All I can say is volunteer, 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 knowing that we are helping an organization that is focused on enabling scientists to do life-extending and quality of life-focused research really does help me sleep at night. Helping GADA to continue their work, which includes supporting and building aortic clinics in Canada, administering MAC, and running the Temerty Foundation Research Grant Program, is making a significant difference for the future of all of us with aortic disease. And none of this happens without funding. Giving your time or raising money for organizations like GADA Canada really do make a huge difference and ensure that the work continues. Thank you so much for joining GADA Canada and the John Ritter Foundation for Aortic Health for this first Aortic Dissection Awareness Week.
Hi, my name is Karen Anderson. I'm the co-founder of the nonprofit organization Aortic Hope, but I'm also a type A dissection survivor. 5 years ago, I unexpectedly had an aortic dissection. I was very fortunate to be properly diagnosed extremely quickly. But shortly thereafter, myself along with 2 other women, we realized there was really something missing within the community, a chance for other patients, survivors, and caregivers to come together and learn how to manage every aspect of the recovery of this disease. So Aortic Hope was born. Now, Aortic Hope is the post-diagnosis patient advocacy group, and we call ourselves that because we're here for you at any stage in your recovery and management of aortic disease. We offer support group meetings, which are so important because while our physical beings are being managed by the doctors, our mental health and emotional well-being needs to be cared for amongst ourselves and the community. So we offer a place to come for support, not only for patients and survivors, but also for caregivers. And we also have a location where if you have lost a friend or a family member to this disease, you can congregate and receive some support as well. We have a multiple amount of initiatives within this community that you can sign up for. We have contests, we have educational events, we offer interviews and awareness moments and so much more. And I'd love to have an opportunity to introduce you to Aortic Hope. You can come find us on Facebook as well as at aortichope.org. And I hope to talk to you soon.